Well, each year a team is recognized here at the New Hampshire Legends of Hockey Banquet. And next year we're going to let you in on a little surprise. The team that will be honored is the Concord Eastern Olympics. And we have 5 former members of that Eastern Olympics team with us here today. And just identify yourself as we go along the row.
Well, I'm Chuck Kyle.
Okay.
Bill Seabury.
Bruce Parker.
Roger Letourneau.
Burns Hovey.
Well, it's great to have all of you with us. And the team was in action between 1967 and 1974. So tell us, how did you get involved? How did you all get together and play for the Concord Eastern Olympics?
Well, I got together. I went to Medford High School and graduated in 1960. And then we had good friends. Jimmy Meehan played for Melrose, and he got involved. And then he asked me to come up and get involved. So I went up there and I played for a few years.
Yeah, how many years did you play?
It was all maybe 8 or 9.
8 years. Did you all play for a long period of time with the Eastern Olympics?
Yeah.
I'm sure there were some great stories over the years. Maybe some of them you won't be able to tell here, but I'm sure there were some great stories over the years.
There was a lot of good hockey players in this group here. And at the time, they didn't have a lot of teams. The NHL was only like 17.
Six, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good hockey, and the fans really appreciated it, and I have great memories coming back from those days.
So what were some of the other teams you played in the league, the New England Hockey League?
Yeah, we played the Manchester Blackhawks, the Nashua Maple Leafs, the Framingham Picks, the Braintree Hawks. Think of any others. Lowell Chiefs, yeah. But like Chucky said, it was good old days. I remember when I got out of Northeastern, the first year I played for the Eastern Olympics with Jack Garrity was coaching, and then I think it was the next year they decided to try to merge that team with the Concord Coachmen. And I remember Bob Tardif came in and they said he'd come up and they were going to have some tryouts. So a lot of the Eastern Olympic guys came up, and it was a great club that we had, and it was just, we had a lot of great times. Went up to Berlin, New Hampshire to play the Maroons, and played a lot of teams from Montreal, and I remember playing the Montreal Police a couple times. They were like 250-pound defensemen, and you were like, whoa, baby, here we go. And same thing up in Berlin when we played the Berlin Maroons. It was like we always used to say, just survive the first 5 minutes, because they didn't play hockey. All they did was hit you. But after the first 5 minutes, it was hockey, and it was a lot of fun. And I know Bruce played for Berlin for a while, so he probably
from the Berlin Maroons.
Berlin Maroons, the legendary Maroons.
I followed Dick Bradley, who was the principal and hockey coach at Berlin High. I became a hockey coach at Berlin High, and then the Maroons asked me to play with them. And then I left the Maroons to follow Dick Bradley to Acton, Boxborough, Massachusetts, where he was going to live. And I coached his sons, and I just tried out. They wanted me to play, so I played.
I guess what a lot of people probably watching right now don't know how big amateur hockey was at that time. I mean, you had large crowds.
Oh yeah,
packed arenas.
The crowds. I remember coming in, to the parking lot at the Everett Arena. Snowy nights, and there'd be a line out the door trying to get in, and the place was packed. So it was fun. It was great. The people were fabulous to us, and it was just a great time to be a hockey player up here.
Certainly was.
And as you alluded to, there was some fisticuffs along the way, too.
Just a couple of times.
Yeah. Never, huh?
I remember one time we were playing the Manchester.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And it got really out of hand, and the police had to escort us out of the building.
Yeah.
That's true.
You needed a police escort to get out of there. Yeah.
Well, that's because our coach. Who was our coach then?
Pat
Egan.
boxcar.
And
vegan,
he wouldn't let us back on the
partner
he wouldn't let us
with
back
Eddie
on the
Shore
ice.
of the Bruins.
Wouldn't let us back on the ice, so they had to call the game off, and the place was packed down in Manchester. And like he said, police escorted us out to our cars because they were ripping.
Yeah. And I'll bet the JFK was packed that night.
It was.
Yeah, yeah.
When
Great.
Concord and Manchester played, if you didn't get a ticket by Wednesday for a Saturday or Sunday game, you didn't get in. There's no such a thing.
And the level of play was terrific. People loved it, you know, as you said, great rivalries in the league, and so you know, I'm sorry for people who never had the opportunity to experience it, because it was really something, and we'll really never get that kind of hockey back, you know, because of the fact there's so much expansion now in professional hockey. But amateur hockey was huge at one time, and you guys were all a big part of it with the Concord Eastern Olympics, and you will be honored next year here at the New Hampshire Legends of Hockey Hall of Fame banquet. So thank you, Bruce Parker, Roger Letourneau, Steve Murphy, Billy Seabury, and Burns Hovey. Great to have you with us, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.